Now let's call on the starters for EcoOil LaSalle. Starting off with their team captain at number 1, J.M. Ronquillo. Wearing jersey number 8, Johannes Poquita. At number 9, Noel Campton. Number 13, Nathaniel Del Pilar. At number 18, Jules De Jesus. Number 22, Jamiel Rodriguez. Starting libero is number 6, Menard Guerrero. Head coach is Mr. Jose Roque. Presenting the Philippine Air Force starters. Starting off with our team captain, Airman First Class, Rodolfo Labrador. Wearing jersey number 1, Airman Ralph Calasin. At number 5, Kyle Ramones. Airman First Class, Ranran Abdilia. At number 17, Airman First Class, Jesse Lopez. At number 18, Airman First Class, Edwin Tolentino. Starting libero is number 4, Airman First Class, Philip Nunez. Head coach is Technical Sergeant Jeffrey Malabanan. This is match number 43 between EcoOil LaSalle and Philippine Air Force. May the best team win.
For DLSU EcoOil, you see Del Pilar, Poquita, Campton, Ronquillo, Rodriguez, De Jesus, and Guerrero as their libero. Meanwhile, for the Philippine Air Force, Labrador, Ramones, Abdilia, Tolentino, Calasin, Lopez, and Nunez as their libero. And we welcome you once again to our coverage of the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference on Pilipinas Live and on One Sports Plus. Dip Dipianco alongside Paneng Mercado de Konig Swarter. Calling this match, Paneng. LaSalle looking good right now with a 3-0 record. A win here will book a ticket to the quarterfinals here in our tournament.
Well, definitely, kahit na win, they have a 3-0 standing so far for this conference. Ayaw nilang maging complacent and ayaw nilang ibigay lang itong laro na to na ganun kadali sa Philippine Air Force.
Well, with Air Force, their backs against the wall. I'm sure the veterans will try to step up to the plate, but so far it's 2 quick points for LaSalle here in our match. It's been a long day of volleyball so far here in the men's volleyball. A while ago, we started the day with a 5-setter. A comeback win from Letran. And then followed by that 4-set win by Savoj. Meanwhile, 3-0 start for EcoOil LaSalle. And Poquita continues to serve. Oh, that's inside.
That's
4 straight
inside.
points.
That's right. This is a good start for DLSU EcoOil and a slow start for Philippine Air Force. But if you talk about the Philippine Air Force, kahit yung mga previous games sila, they always have that slow start. Tapos kung kailan midway na ng set, dun sila nakakuha ng madaming puntos or humaharurot, kumbaga.
The Philippine Air Force lost their last 2 games. They won their opener against PCU in straight sets. Ranran Abdilia serving as the Air Force got their first point already. And sent back. So back-to-back points for Air Force.
So looking at the team rankings by skills, itong LaSalle EcoOil is number 2 best blocking team, while Philippine Air Force is number 5 best blocking team. So we'll see that we'll expect that both squads will use that department in scoring points and to slow down the attacks of their opponents.
So after 4 straight points from LaSalle, Air Force answering with 3 straight. Lopez picks it up. Tolentino the approach. Poquita sets up the play. And again, another block from the blue shirts.
That's right. Actually, Tolentino, who is in the front row now for Philippine Air Force, is number 5 in 5th best blocker for this conference so far.
Poquita trying to set up his teammate. Tolentino again. Popped up. And that's outside for De Jesus.
Sorry, check that. That was Ramones, Kyle Adrian Ramones, who is one of the best blockers for this conference.
So just like that, Air Force taking the lead. But Ronquillo able to answer back. Noel Campton heading to the service line. Did not see action in the first 2 games. Contributed 22 points in their last match. And nobody home for Air Force to pick it up. Bit of a miscue between Tolentino and Nunez. In Campton's 22 points last game, 3 of those came from service aces. He continues to serve in this one. And that's inside.
Again.
I
In the
think
corner pocket of Philippine Air Force court.
I think that's one of the rare times na pag kinomplement mo yung server. Nag-ace siya, no? Usually, it turns into an error. But Campton getting that first service ace of the match. And a 2-point lead for EcoOil Salle. Lopez will set up the play. Tolentino, way out.
Yeah, there was no check ball for Tolentino. Just like that, DLSU EcoOil is up by 3 points. We're at first technical timeout.
Dip, Paneng, it's a business as usual for the men in the green shirts, but this time there is a call for an added effort. In Coach Jose Roque's words, despite the team's efforts in their last game against San Beda, they're still looking for more fluidity. And now in this game, they actually have 2 opponents. Number 1, of course, that is the Philippine Air Force. And number 2, they wish to beat the team that was in their previous game. And for this to happen, Coach Jose wishes for the team to translate their efforts during training. And he emphasized an enhanced communication. The team finds this game particularly crucial as they are going against a veteran composed team. This looks like fun. Dip, Paneng, what do you think?
Thank you, Denise, for that report. Well, it is fun so far for LaSalle, who are leading by 4 after that spike. But interesting for Coach Roque of LaSalle, Paneng, because in the first 2 games, sabi niya, okay, pahingayin natin yung veterans, yung mga ace players natin. Gave experience, playing time for those young ones. And now, heading into this match against Air Force, at least nakalaro na lahat halos for LaSalle.
And yung previous game nila, ginamit niya yung kanyang mga veterans, talking about Coach Roque. Pero naging extended match yun because that was their first game after a month lang. So they came off from a break or maybe any other schedules as well. But at least they won that game after, is that a 5-setter match? And coming into this game, a good start for LaSalle.
It's not easy for them because 3 of their players in their lineup are part of their beach volleyball team in the UAAP. I think they're not here right now, pero yun nga siguro, a lot of those schedule conflicts as well for them. But that's no excuse for LaSalle. It's going to be 4 touches for the green shirts and a point for Air Force.
That's right. Twice tumama yung bola kay De Jesus. But they still have this 2-point advantage. Alam natin, malapit lang to na kayang habulin ng Philippine Air Force.
Ramones will serve. Poquita with the set and an easy point. Courtesy of Del Pilar.
That was Nathaniel Del Pilar, the middle attacker for DLSU EcoOil. Take a look at this. Only one blocker in front of him. Medyo mahirap yon if you're Philippine Air Force. Do not leave the attackers of DLSU with only one blocker.
Right. 10-7. Abdilia from the back.
What a set by Jesse Lopez to Ranran Abdilia on the back row. Take a look at this. He was the one who got the first ball, but still setting that ball in the back row. And hindi ganun kataas yung set niya. Talagang hinabol yon ni Ranran.
Those two guys know each other very well. Jesse Lopez and Ranran Abdilia have spent a lot of time playing together. Meanwhile, a service error. Back up to a 3-point lead as Ronquillo will serve for Salle. Lopez looks ahead, goes to Tolentino. Again, that's outside for Tolentino.
So far, si Tolentino is still looking for that range in his attack.
Serving 8 here in set number 1. Ronquillo with an error on that one and a free point for Air Force. Ronquillo also, his first game was against San Beda in that 5-setter. 9-12. Poquito goes back row to JM. Picked up by Tolentino. Abdilia dug up by Guerrero.
Oh,
It's a violation for Poquita.
double contact there to Jean Poquita, the setter of DLSU EcoOil.
Back-to-back points for Air Force to cut the lead down to 2. 10-12 here in set number 1. Poquita goes to De Jesus and he breaks the block.
Take a look at that open attack of De Jesus. There was a gap there on the block of Calasin and Lopez of Philippine Air Force.
De Jesus will serve. Lopez goes to Abdilia. Saved by De Jesus. It's back with the blue shirts. Lopez transfers to the other side. But a short attack. Nang hinayang dun si Labrador.
Actually, kung pumasok yun, mahihirapan ng EcoOil dahil ang layo ng libero to cover or to get that drop ball.
So he had the right thing in mind.
Yeah, nakapos lang.
Back to a 4-point lead. Services through. Lopez goes to Abdilia again and Ranran scores.
Of course, Ranran is one of the top 2 spikers of Philippine Air Force. He is currently number 4 in the best scorer for this conference. And also number 4 in best spikers
Coming
department.
into this game, Paneng, he had 60 points already in previous matches, kept alive by Air Force. Poquita goes to the left side and Captain with the emphatic kill.
Yeah, credit to the setter of DLSU EcoOil. Talagang binato niya yung kay Campton habang nag-scramble yung blockings ng Philippine Air Force.
4 points ulit ang lamang ng EcoOil Salle. Rodriguez with a serve. Lopez. Oh, a bit short. Almost a point though. And a free ball given up.
Oh!
Muntik pa. Nunez bumps it. Abdilia had to adjust, but he scores.
Si Del Pilar na lang yung tumalon doon to block Ranran Abdilia.
And Nunez was actually apologizing for the not so clean set. That was a broken play already, but Air Force getting the point. 12-15 is the score. Lopez. Too much float on that serve. And that sends us to our second technical timeout. EcoOil Salle up by 4.
Inahabol talaga namin yung condition eh. Tsaka focus sa training, tapos i-adapt mo na lang sa laro. Advantage namin yung mga pass na nalaruan kasi namin. Di naman sa pagmamayabang. Lagi din naman kami champion. Kaya ayun na lang yung magiging advance namin sa kanila. Yung experience sa laro.
Bingo Plus is the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. As we welcome you back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center. Set number 1 continues between Philippine Air Force and EcoOil Salle. It's the undefeated DLSU against the 1-2 Philippine Air Force. Our third match, by the way, of this Sunday quadruple header. And there seems to be a violation on the attack of Abdilia.
Yeah, he touched the net. Coming off from that tight set from Jesse Lopez on the opposite.
Poquita will serve for Salle. Lopez had to adjust one-hand set to Ramones.
That was actually a high set from Jesse Lopez, but naambutan pa yon ni Ramones for that differential middle attack.
And that was from the oldest player for the team to the youngest.
Yeah, the youngest.
But they're not going to mention the specific age na lang, no?
Yeah. Alam natin na madaming veterans dito sa Philippine Air Force.
3-point lead for EcoOil. Abdilia will serve. Poquita sets up the play. Outside, pero violation for Tolentino.
A missed opportunity there for the Airmen because that was already supposed to be an error from the opposite attack of DLSU.
(18) serving 14. Campton with a serve. Jesse Lopez with a tough set to Tolentino. Campton picks it up. The spike from De Jesus. Still saved by Air Force. Tolentino, and finally he gets that point.
Yeah, kanina yung mga attempts ni Tolentino medyo nagiging error, but this time finally getting that point from off the block attack.
It's a 3-point lead right now for DLSU. Ancheta will replace Ramones for serving duties. 15-18 is the score. Poquita had to chase, bumps it to De Jesus. And that is sent back.
So the Airmen closing the gap of the score sa DLSU EcoOil. Kanina they were down by as much as 5 points, but 2 points na lang ang kailangan nila dito para makatay sa score na DLSU.
Better first ball this time. Poquita on the combination. Denied once again.
We mentioned a while ago that Philippine Air Force is actually number 5 in the best blocking team. So coming off from that, back-to-back kill blocks. 1 point advantage na lang meron dito on DLSU EcoOil.
That one is outside for Ancheta after having a good couple of serves. Del Pilar will be the one to serve for Salle. 19-17. Lopez upset. Abdilia again from the back.
Grabe tumalon ito si Ranran Abdilia. Mapa front row man or back row, whenever the Airmen need someone to score, Ranran Abdilia is always ready for their squad. Double substitution for the Airmen. Villegas, Benok Villegas, their second setter, is inside the court. And Inaudito for the opposite.
1-point lead for EcoOil Salle. Poquita goes to that play for Rodriguez, and they up the lead to 2 points.
And take a look at that. Only one blocker in front of Rodriguez.
Oh, good block for the green shirts.
No coverage there, the side of Philippine Air Force. But DLS EcoOil is actually the number 4 best blocking team for this conference. So they should expect that DLSU will use their strength in that department.
From the back, Abdilia. High arcing spike. De Jesus is rejected, and that's inside for Air Force. (19 serving 21). Tolentino will serve. Poquita upset combination to De Jesus. Once again is blocked.
And that was Inaudito with a single block on that De Jesus open attack. Akala siguro ng DLSU, easy point na yun for their squad dahil si Calasin sumabay na sa middle attacker ng DLSU. But Inaudito reading that attack of De Jesus well.
Poquita to the running spike of Rodriguez, and a violation for Air Force.
Kita na ating second referee, there was a net touch violation. So the point will go to EcoOil.
Abdilia will try once again, and he scores off the block.
Nagulat pa dun si Ranran na inabot yung kanyang attack. But Poquita, that block was too strong. It sailed out. So far, the leading scorers for Air Force is Ranran Abdilia, who already has 7 points. And for the side of DLSU EcoOil, Ronquillo and Del Pilar both have 4 points.
A drop from Ronquillo. The push does not work. Guerrero was there. Poquita to Captain. The save for Air Force. They keep it alive. Credit that to Tolentino for the hustle. Here comes Salle again. Not just yet. Abdilia transfers to the right side. It's kept alive.
Oh!
Abdilia. Yes!
Well, you gotta love the hustle of the Philippine Air Force squad. Credit that point to the defense of their back row. Si Calasin, who saved a lot of points with a pancake and with a good read on the attack of the open of DLSU.
And we are tied at 22 all here in set number 1. Poquita chooses Captain. Calasin was there for the pickup. Here comes Abdilia.
Oh!
Extending and stretching for that point.
Naabot pa yun ni Ranran Abdilia. Medyo pasok na yung set on the other side, but he was still able to reach for that and extend his right arm. Take a look at that.
And Air Force takes the lead. Timeout, EcoOil Salle.
Ang kunin mo yung middle, yun, sumasabay sa'yo yun dito eh. Okay. So gawin natin, Fox, dulo dito, gitna mo dito. Pagka dito, 4. Huwag nga, para iwan lang na isang finger lang. Kunin mo na yan. Ha? Tara. Let's go. Tingnan mo na, isa. Pasa lang, pasa mo yan. Hey, ano mo?
Timeout called by DLSU EcoOil. A crucial sub that Air Force did there from Coach Jimson Merza. The change in setter, Villegas, doing wonders for Air Force. But Salle answers back from Noel Campton.
What an attack on the open by Noel Campton. Ang taas nung reach niya sa atake na yon, above his blockers.
$23 all here in the first set. Service for Gloria. Over-received. Here comes Captain again. Popped up by Air Force. They go back to the right side. The tip is not good for Inaudito. Tolentino saves it. They go to Abdilia for the attack. Cross court. It's inside for Ranran Abdilia.
What a stretch there in the defense by Tolentino. One-handed save actually for that defense, and naset yun ng kanilang libero to Ranran Abdilia. Pinakawalan na yun ni De Jesus. He was already there, but it flipped the line. The point will go to Philippine Air Force, and this is their set point.
Well, LaSalle was leading early on in this match before Air Force took over late in set number 1. And LaSalle calls their final timeout here.
Magdo sa ibabaw, tapos dito sa dulo. Ha? Tara. Isang pasa lang. Ngayon, kung sakaling bumalik, tutok lang tayo sa pwestuhan nyo lang. Hindi nyo naman kailangan iwig. Basta penetrate tayo, hindi yung nakataas ng kamay natin. Ha? Okay. Go. Walang patay lang bola. Walang sa bola natin. Pasa.
Philippine Air Force now at set point. It will be Jesse Lopez serving. Poquita upset. Captain extends set number 1.
Credit that point to their setter Poquita, waiting for his middle blockers for the approach and setting the ball to Noel Campton. Sumabay sa kanya doon yung middle blocker ng Philippine Air Force. Na extended the first set, 24 all.
Lopez, who will he go to? Abdilia with a score.
Sobrang taas ng percentage ni Ranran Abdilia when it comes to attacks and scoring.
You mentioned he's number 4 in terms of scoring. Number 4 as well in spiking. Averaging 45.7% succession rate. Captain, Abdilia will chase. It's kept alive by Air Force. Guerrero, the setup play. Yes, that drops for Noel Captain, who has been delivering the past couple of points for LaSalle.
Well, definitely, he has the hot hands now talking about Noel Campton. And take a look at that down the line attack. Talagang pinilit niya, diniin niya na doon sa small opening na yun sa line.
25 all, as if we haven't had enough of those extended sets just yet here today. Oh, but a sorry serve for Captain. It's short. And the young Kyle Ramones will be tested at the service line. Only 23 years of age, from National University, with an all-important serve. It's through. Poquita goes to Ronquillo, and it's inside.
Change of direction of that attack to Ronquillo.
26 all in the first set. Rodriguez replaces Gloria. It'll be Del Pilar at the service line for LaSalle. 4 points right now for the server.
Oh!
Well, Labrador has been relatively quiet here in the first set, pero yung point na yun nanggaling sa kanya.
Though he also had a kill block a while ago earlier into this first set. But JR Labrador is also one of the veteran players for the Airmen.
Who will Poquita go to? Again to Ronquillo, and down it goes.
Ang grabe yung hang time ni Ronquillo. Take a look at the fans of JM Ronquillo loving that one.
5 points now for JM Ronquillo. Make that 6 after that last one. 27 all. Sino ang unang bibitaw? Tolentino inside. And Air Force takes the lead back.
Ang layo ng blockers ni Tolentino sa kanyang right arm. Kaya naman ang laki ng opening na yun on the cross court. Take a look at that. Of course, one of the go-to players also for the Airmen, itong si Tolentino. He already has 4 points so far for this set.
Poquita goes to Rodriguez. Wow, a gutsy move to go to Rodriguez on that one.
What a first set. Though kanina, laki ng lamang nitong DLS EcoOil, but we did mention that slow start palagi ang Philippine Air Force, but may end game sila.
Right. De Jesus, too long. Crucial error there. At this point of the set. Air Force is back at set point. Calasin will serve. Good first ball for De Jesus. They go to Campton again.
Campton is very consistent with his open attack. Pag mga ganitong dekita na, talagang porsyentuhan na lang yung mga setters. And so far, hindi pa nabablock nitong Airmen yung mga attacks ni Campton.
Lopez goes to Abdilia. Popped up by Rodriguez. Poquita. De Jesus, free ball given up. Lopez back to Ranran. Abdilia dug up by De Jesus. Scramble, Campton, not just yet. Abdilia again. No! Ramones, yes!
Well, take a look at that drop ball of Kyle Ramones. Grabe yung depensa ng DLS EcoOil. Hindi madali depensahan yung mga atake ni Ranran Abdilia, but they were there reading in well.
A couple of good digs from Jules De Jesus. Ramones with a heads-up play. Air Force once again at set point. It's outside. 30 all in set number 1. This is not a typo. Hanggang ano oras ba yung reservation natin sa Paco Arena? Sinusulit natin yung reservation. 30 all. And this is just the first set. Lopez, combination play. Abdilia getting that one.
As much as possible, if you are DLS EcoOil, mag-commit na kayo sa blockings nyo when Ranran Abdilia is in the front row. Because he's getting a lot of sets from Jesse Lopez.
Oh, good reception from Guerrero. Ronquillo.
JM Ronquillo, unstoppable in this first set.
Extension after extension. 31 all. Young Mendoza enters for the first time to replace Jules De Jesus.
And Noel Campton now on the service area.
6 points on 5 attacks and 1 ace. Can he deliver another one? High ball, Lopez goes to Tolentino. What a time for Tolentino to score.
What a set from Jesse Lopez. And Tolentino with that finish in between 2 blockers.
This is competitive volleyball we are seeing. Poquita. Ronquillo the drop. And that works.
Net touch violation called on Tolentino. But I think the coaches of Philippine Air Force will challenge that call because that will be a very crucial one.
Well, we saw the ball way above the net.
Yeah.
Our officials saw that there was a movement which could have come from the side of Air Force, but they are challenging this one. And if it's successful, they will replay the point. Lamang pa rin ng isang Air Force, but if it's unsuccessful, we will be tied at 32 all. Which I think is the longest set, no, today.
So far, yeah. And this is just the first set. So Philippine Air Force talagang ayaw patalo dito sa DLSU EcoOil. And pinapakita nila yung kanilang mga veteran smarts. Though they started slow for this set, but pag naka-warm up na sila, mahirap na silang pigilan ng kanilang mga opponents.
Both teams are also playing great defense, Paning. It's not just that the attacks have been easy. They are working hard for each point. We are still checking the play. If it's gonna be a successful or unsuccessful challenge. Net touch is the play in question.
Oh.
Yung jersey, yung dumaplis. So there's no net touch from the actual player, Tolentino.
I think ngayon, pag yung jersey yung tumama sa net, hindi na nila tatawagin as a net touch violation. Unlike before, na kahit yung buhok tumama, yung jersey tumama, automatic violation yun.
Ronquillo is trying to discuss with our first referee.
May challenge eh. Kung ano sabihin ng challenge, yun ang susunod.
And also, they're trying to determine who will get the serve. So it should be Air Force serve once again. Ramones is back on deck. Air Force is up by a point. 32-31. Poquita. Mendoza.
Oh!
That's a point. Yoyong Mendoza getting his first one off the bench.
We know that Yoyong Mendoza is actually one of the open hitters of DLSU EcoOil who can score a lot of points also for their squad. And from our angle, I thought there was no block touch and it was about to sail out, but Ranran Abdilia deciding to get that ball to make sure that there was indeed no block touch.
Hernandez will be sent in for serving duties para sa Salle. Can he make the difference here? A jump serve.
Oh!
That's inside! What a substitution!
I know! I mean, coming off from the bench, ang hirap na trabaho yan na magsuserve ka.
Wow, Coach Jose Roque trusting Iman Hernandez, and Hernandez answering the call. Timeout, Air Force.
Ilan muna sila isa. Jump serve. Receive tayo maganda tayo. Ready lagi ha. Yung mga receiver sa likod. Focus muna tayo sa receive.
Dito dumabo.
Set play, ikaw nang bahala ha.
Ano pre? Isang pasa lang dito sa receive 1. Spin kasi bababa talaga yun. Kapag alanganin kayo, kunin nyo. Tapos pag in-spin ng short, sino kukuha? Philip o Ronron? Ikaw o si Philip na? Philip na sa akin. Para makabackline ka. Si Philip na.
Yung sabit pre ha, sa inyo yung sabit. Tara. Okay.
Hey!
Air Force!
Coach Jimson Mirza calling that timeout to hopefully kill the momentum of the server of DLSU EcoOil.
33-32 is the score. Another good serve for Hernandez. But down it goes for Labrador. I think that was the play drawn up.
Yeah. And coming off from a good first ball from Ranran Abdilia and a good set of Jesse Lopez to JR Labrador.
33-all is the score. Poquita had to chase. Mendoza checked. Lopez bumps Abdilia. That's kept alive. Campton will give up a free ball. Lopez, who will he go to? Back to Abdilia.
That's inside. A set point advantage again here for Philippine Air Force. So Jesse Lopez really going to Ranan Abdilia, who is in the back row, but yung attack niya parang front row lang din eh.
Kahit saan mo ipwesto si Ranan Abdilia, he can score for Air Force. Oh, good serve, Campton. Goes to Ronquillo. The save. Oh! Whoa!
Miscommunication there between Calasin and Jesse Lopez.
Nunez was able to save it. I don't think it was high enough too for Lopez to decide.
Yeah. And actually, nagkatinginan na sila dun ni Calasin because Calasin letting go of that ball.
Oh, and misreceived by Abdilia. Free ball will be given up by Tolentino. Here comes Salle. Poquita. And again, they go to Mendoza. And Salle will take the lead here in set number 1.
Jesse Lopez committed that net touch violation. And after that, yung kill on the open, nakita mo sumisenya siya talaga kay Poquita na iset yung ball sa kanya.
Timeout, Air Force.
Ano lang eh, ando naman. Nakuha naman natin eh. O, edi, gano'n same pa rin ang distraction, pre. Kunin nyo pa rin yung receive. Po-float, pasok lang naman nila yan eh. Set play, pre, ikabala. Spikers! Yung kagaya ng ginagawa nyo, yung may pusong palo.
Go. Noy tayo ba?
Timeout called by Air Force to try and salvage this one. They were leading every time. They're the first ones to get to the set point, and Salle would extend it. This time, it's EcoOil with a lead. Lopez to Tolentino. The drop ball works.
A good decision there by Tolentino. Kasi kanina pa sila nagpapalakasan ng palo and talagang yung depensa ng DLS EcoOil is on point for this set. And take a look at that change of pace. Ang layo ng libero ng DLSU.
May kasama ng mind games to, Paning,
Oh,
no?
definitely.
You've been throwing all your bullets. They're trying to figure out what will get them the set 1 win. Definitely not a service like that.
But Randan Abdilia is in the front row now for Philippine Air Force. So you'll expect Jesse Lopez will set the ball to him.
36-35. This is only set number 1. Mendoza with a serve.
Oh, short serve.
Lopez. Chance here for Salle. Campton for the finish. Yes!
And because of that, free ball given by the Airmen to DLSU EcoOil. That was a good chance for their squad to close this extended first set at 37-35. But credit to both squads na talagang all out when it comes to defense and also in attack.
Oh, what a set. There was going to be an ending after all. And Campton wrote that last sentence here in the opening chapter of our match. Step number 2 when we return here on Spiker's Turf.
Take a look at that score of the extended first set of a Spiker Surf afternoon between DLSU EcoOil and Philippine Air Force, with DLSU winning that set 37-35. What a set and what a start for both squads. DLSU actually had the edge on that beginning of first set, a slow start for the Philippine Air Force. But nung nakaabot na tayo ng mid part ng first set, dun na lumabas yung mga veteran smarts ng Philippine Air Force. But you have to give credit also to the defense of DLSU and even Philippine Air Force na talagang ayaw magpatalo and everyone giving their all out for that first set. And take a look at the numbers with EcoOil having 18 attack points versus 20 ng Philippine Air Force. 4 blocks and ng EcoOil and 6 of Philippine Air Force. 3 service A's of EcoOil and Air Force had 2 service A's for that set. But the Airmen actually had more errors for that set with 12 errors against 7 ng DLSU. But coming into this second set, definitely DLSU has the momentum and we'll see kung ano yung magiging sagot dito ng Airmen. Both squads still fielding in the same starting players coming into the second set. But check that, Yoyong Mendoza is inside the court, who will start for DLSU.
And we welcome you to the second set of this match between EcoOil Salle and Philippine Air Force. You're still catching the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference here on Pilipinas Live and One Sports Plus. Dip Dipianco with Paneng, Mercado de Conig Swarter, and Denise Valdesancho as our courtside reporter. What a first set, Paneng.
Yeah.
You discussed the numbers, but I think the latter part, yung nag-extend na talaga. Ang hirap na i-analyze na eh. Everyone is just throwing everything they've got in this game.
And isahan lang talaga sila. And it was breaks of the game nung latter part ng first set.
You mentioned LaSalle starting off with Mendoza, who was able to score and contribute off the bench.
So far, the leading scorer for DLSU is Ronquillo with 7 points and Campton with 7 points apiece. But for the Airmen, it's Randan Abdilia with 14 points and Tolentino with 5 points.
Sa sobrang haba nung set number 1, naka-double digits agad to si Randan Abdilia.
And kahit na mapa front row or back row man si Randan, talagang sinisetan siya ni Jessie Lopez.
2-all here in the second set. And that's outside for Noel Campton. Ramones will serve for Air Force. Poquita goes middle again. And a point for Del Pilar.
That was a good set from Poquita to Del Pilar. Take a look at that. Only one blocker in front of him. Hindi na nakapwesto yung depensa doon ni Jessie Lopez.
Lopez. Rodriguez. Jessie again sets up to Abdilia, the push. Poquita able to save. Ronquillo scores off the block.
That was coming off from an out-of-system play. But Ronquillo targeting down the line. Dumaplis sa block ni Tolentino.
Del Pilar with 5 points, serving. Almost an ace. Abdilia. Not wasting that effort from Jessie Lopez.
And of course, a very reliable Randan Abdilia. Take a look at that. Kahit na may dalawa ng blockers doon, nakalusot pa rin yung palo ni Randan from the back row.
But Jessie Lopez a bit of limping after that play. He tried to save that one and he did. Again, Abdilia, back-to-back points.
But he signaled to his coaches that he is okay. Talking about Jesse Lopez.
4 points for Labrador. LaSalle trying to answer back. The high-flying Ronquillo scores.
Another tight set here. Actually, malaki yung lamang or malaki yung nalamang na score ng DLSU nung start ng first set. But coming into this fifth set, isahan lang tayo. Second set, isahan lang tayo.
Second set pa. Akala ko nga third set na eh. So sobrang haba. Lopez. The setup blocked by Rodriguez.
A good read there on the open attack from Rodriguez. Take a look at that. Sarado yung cross-court block nila yon for the attack ni Tolentino.
Ronquillo will serve. He's got 10 points. But that one, an error on the service line. Six all here in the second set. Edwin Tolentino with a serve. Poquita with a 1-2.
Read well by the libero of Air Force.
And that turns into a point. Credit that to their libero, Eli Maclang. Tolentino again with a serve. A float one. Galing sa likod, Campton. And he scores.
Hindi na yun nahabol ni Maclang for the second ball. Coming off from the back row, itong si Noel Campton scoring that point.
Mendoza. Service short. And that error leads us to our first technical timeout. Air Force up by 1.
You did mention about the loss of some key players in EcoOil Salle due to UAAP beach volleyball. But Captain JM Ronquillo right here gave us the assurance that everybody will and can step up. Even one of their rookies, Rui Ventura, mentioned the capability of all players to show up, especially that the likes of their veterans have always guided them. Further maturity coming from LaSalle, which is what they exactly hoped for, and as well as to focus on their blocking. Now on the blue shirt side of things, Tolentino, also called by the team as Toyo, has been showing continuous efforts despite saying in our interview earlier that they are pressured given LaSalle's record. But really, what they are trying here is pressure turned to a good collective effort. But for the meantime, let's go back to set 2.
Thank you, Denise, for that report. A lot of confidence right now for LaSalle, given that they already won set number 1 against Air Force. And Poquita able to score. And remember, they're coming off a championship in the 2023 V-League Collegiate Challenge. So they know what it takes to get to the top.
That's right. But a challenge here is called by the coaches of Philippine Air Force. They said they're asking or challenging that call whether the setter Poquita of DLSU EcoOil committed a net touch violation from that drop ball.
This is their second challenge. A while ago, they were successful dun sa net touch. We are waiting to see if this will be a net touch. Oh, clearly none. Ang ganda ng iwas dun ni Pokita.
Sobrang dikit na sa net. But a good control there by Pokita. An unsuccessful challenge for Philippine Air Force.
Eight all. Ooh.
Oh,
Ramones unable to get out of the way. And Jesse Lopez was quite confused.
we're seeing miscommunication here on the side of Philippine Air Force.
You can see based on their looks that they're trying to figure out what went wrong in that play. They have to move forward from that one. EcoOil up by 1. Lopez goes to Labrador. The dig by Ronquillo. Campton on the adjustment on the offhand.
Pasok na yung set sa side ng Air Force. But naabot pa yun ni Noel Campton. Take a look at that.
Look at that.
Using
Sinungkit
his
pa eh.
left hand. Yeah. Smile na lang si Noel Campton doon kay Jesse Lopez.
2-point lead for Salle. Nunez upset to Abdilia.
Oh,
Rodriguez unable to control.
he was already there. Nakapwesto na siya. But parang may slight hesitation pa doon from Rodriguez.
Nine serving 10.
Oh, smart move there from the back row. That's Ronquillo.
Ronquillo also did that towards the latter part of set number 1.
Yeah.
When everyone was exchanging the powerful spikes. Ronquillo changing things up.
He already has 11 points for this game.
We might see multiple players with 20-plus points in this game.
For sure.
Pokita back sets. And Ronquillo off the block.
Kahit na nakapwesto na yung blockers niya, tumalsik pa din yung bola. Outside, take a look at that. Smart opposite attack there by Ronquillo.
Pokita with a serve, 12-9. Tolentino bumps it. Abdilia, ginawan ng paraan.
Ang hirap ng angle na yon. Ang layo ng set ni Tolentino dahil hinabol niya yung second ball way outside the service area, but he was still able to set that up to Abdilia on the opposite and getting that point for their squad.
Yeah, that's difficult. You mentioned as Abdilia gets the service error. Yung ganong kalayang set, that's not easy, right, Paning?
And then, right-handed ka pa on the opposite side. So, ang hirap ng angle na yon. But sometimes if you're on the open side, kaya mo yun eh. Dahil nakaharap ka na sa bola, unlike that one na nakaside ka.
3-point lead for Salle. Lopez. Labrador. And it's a point for Air Force.
Two-point advantage pa rin meron dito ang DLS yung EcoOil.
Pokita chooses Ronquillo. Popped up by Lopez. Abdilia will set. Tolentino. Guerrero bumps. Mendoza. Dug up by Ramones. Back with Salle. Captain. Yes.
Good attack there from Noel Campton. Si Pokita humahabol pa lang sa pwesto. But sakto lang yung set na yon sa back row to Noel Campton.
Back up to a 3-point lead for EcoOil DLSU. Jesse goes middle.
Oh, it's still alive.
It's back with DLSU. Ronquillo again. Oh, he has mastered that drop in this game.
That's right. Actually, naabot na yon ni Tolentino, but wala lang control. Hindi na niya nataas yung second ball.
(15-11) short for Del Pilar. Guerrero enters for Del Pilar. It's down to a 3-point lead. Poquita, tough one-hand set. That was tough.
Yeah, it was. Hindi na yun naabutan ni Rodriguez.
(13-15) here in the second set.
Oh, almost a service ace.
Coach Jose Roque getting out of the way. With the running spike, dug up by Captain. Mendoza sends it over. Lopez does the same. Captain with a save. Poquita.
Yeah, it was too tight to the net. Poquita is in the back row.
Oh, Lopez with the smarts. 3 straight points for Philippine Air Force to cut the lead down to 1. Just wiping the wet spots dahil ang daming nag-dive dun sa
Yeah.
previous play na yun.
Oh, that's outside. Giving a free point to DLSU. EcoOil. DLSU is now up by 2 points and we're on second technical timeout.
Father figure. Dinadala niya yung pagiging father niya sa court. Binibigyan niya kami ng mga good advice. Kahit may ginagawa kaming mali or what, sasabihin niya sa amin, mali yan. Tapos pag may ginagawa kaming tama, sasabihin niya tama. So, sobrang father figure ko talaga si coach ko.
Watch the PBA 3x3 second conference this year every Monday and Tuesday. Only on One Sports, PBA Rush, and Pilipinas Live. PBA 3x3, lakas ng tatlo. Second technical timeout just finished as we see Danny Ravena of the Next Led Chameleons playing in the PVL. They just got their second win last week. Meanwhile, here in the Spikers turf, Salle is trying to get their 4th straight win and solidify their spot in the quarters, but the service error for Ronquillo.
But still, DLSU still has this 2-point advantage. So they need to have that good first ball so Poquita can set up his attackers and maybe have a combination play.
Let's see what he does here. Exactly, you called it, Paneng.
That was Yoyong Mendoza who got the first ball, giving it perfectly to Poquita, and Poquita waiting for the approach of Rodriguez and setting the ball to Yoyong Mendoza.
Ang ganda nun, Rodriguez baiting a blocker from Air Force.
It's back-to-back service error for the DLSU squad.
Air Force staying close here in set number 2. Served by Calasin. Captain way up.
Hindi na nakasabay sa blockings doon si Jesse Lopez. Parang si Ramones na lang yung tumalon for that block.
19 serving 16. It's Rodriguez. Lopez sends it to Abdilia. Popped up by Mendoza. But I think Poquita touched the net.
Yeah. Umamin naman siya agad sa mga coaches niya na siya yung may net touch violation doon. But DLSU maintaining this 2-point lead. And you see on your screens, Jesse Lopez so far has 6 excellent sets.
Good dig from Maclang. And then Labrador turns it into a point.
Much needed point for the Airmen. Now they have 3 frontliners.
The setup to Captain again. A slight delay. And gets the point for EcoOil. Two-point lead. Salle at the 20-point mark. Labrador. Shut the door, says JM Ronquillo. And a timeout called by Philippine Air Force.
Walang kabig ko.
Striker. Walang, pre, pag may atake tayo coverage, mahirap talagang umaatake at wala tayong coverage.
Pre, tapatan mo.
Hindi naman lahat ng atake natin patay kagad, ha? Pre, receive. Philip, ha? Dito. Ha? Pre, set play. Running iba lang.
Ay, sorry, ito pala. Ito yung receive dito para may spacing.
Sagok. Hey, Air Force!
Zoom! Tapoy tayo kaya!
Now DLSU EcoOil already has this 3-point advantage in the latter part of this second set.
(21 serving 18). This is a more comfortable margin, no?
Yeah.
Compared to set number 1, where we were just neck and neck. Naibalik. And a point for Salle. A 4-point lead right now.
Yung sinabi ng mga coaches ng Airmen during the timeout is alam nila na may blockings itong EcoOil, so they need to have that tighter coverage.
Del Pilar with that solid block. Poquita with a serve. Nunez will send it to Ranran and Abdilia will score.
So far, the leading scorer for the Airmen, itong si Ranran Abdilia, with 21 points after that attack, followed by Tolentino and Labrador with 5 points apiece.
19 serving 22.
Oh,
And a service ace for Ranran Abdilia.
what a serve.
And he cuts the lead down to 2.
Actually, nakakommit na yung libero ng EcoOil sa gitna.
Abdilia again with a nice serve. Back-to-back aces for Ranran Abdilia.
23 points na si Ranran Abdilia so far.
23 points here in set number 2 pa lang.
After that back-to-back service ace.
Tried to go for a third straight, but to no avail. It's too long.
On the side naman of DLSU EcoOil, Campton already has 11 points and Ronquillo has 15 points.
A more balanced scoring for Salle, no?
Yeah.
In this game. Good serve for Campton. Abdilia from the back.
Campton was already there. Hindi siya nakahawak ng maayos sa braso niya for that defense. Ancheta subbing in for Ramones.
Air Force down by 1. Ronquillo was checked. Guerrero goes middle to Del Pilar. Kept alive by Air Force. Free ball.
Over
Medyo
ball.
sumobra. Oh, Campton with a miscalculation.
Yeah, and Ronquillo is in the back row.
And guess what? We are tied at 23 all. And a timeout called by EcoOil Salle.
Go. Break lang natin. Hindi tayo kailangan magmadali. Okay? Nasa atin naman yung momentum eh. Diba? Basta dumating ang bola sa atin, gawa natin para makontrol natin, pace natin. Hindi yung ilalagay natin doon sa kanilang ano. Isang pasa. One good pass. Okay? Diskarte pa rin. Ha? Tara! Hey, ano mo? Sir!
Timeout called by Salle. We are tied at 23 all. Ancheta with a serve. Mendoza on the attack. Dug up well by Ancheta. Abdilia for the lead.
And Jesse Lopez decided to set that ball to Ranran Abdilia from the back row. Actually, parang ang game changer doon. Latter part of the set is si Ranran Abdilia with his back-to-back service aces.
They were down a while ago.
They were.
Consecutive points for Air Force, and now they are at set point. Thought that was going to be an ace.
Oh! Ending that second set with a kill block from Tolentino. A one-on-one there on that side. I think it was Ronquillo who went for that opposite attack, but Tolentino timing that well. Kahit mag-isa lang siya doon, he scored that point.
What a way to end set number 2 with that kill block from Tolentino. And we are tied at 1 set apiece. We'll give you set number 3 when we return. Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in Manila. You're still catching the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference here on Signal TV. There was no extension in set number 2, but there was a comeback because Salle was leading a majority of that one before Air Force took over, Panay.
Well, definitely. And a good finish ng Philippine Air Force. And kung ano yung gusto ko dito sa Airmen is they really stayed composed kahit na lumalamang ang DLS yung EcoOil, na very calm lang sila and everyone really knows what their job is and contributing to the scoring department. And looking at the numbers, Philippine Air Force had 13 attack points against 15 ng EcoOil. Airmen had 1 block and 2 service ace, but they had less errors for that set. 5 errors against 9 ng DLSU EcoOil. So, kahit na lumalamang itong EcoOil, parang if you look at them, parang nasa kanila pa yung pressure.
Yeah.
And they committed some unforced errors during the latter part of the set. And hindi na nila nababasa yung mga atake ni Randan Abdilia. Dahil nakapwesto na yung mga dumidepensa sa kanya, pero nabibitawan pa rin yung mga attacks niya from the back row. And because of that back-to-back service ace ni Ranran, doon nag-iba, or doon na-shift yung momentum sa squad nila, na wala yung momentum naman sa EcoOil.
Right, despite that error on the third service of Abdilia, yung momentum na nanatili sa Philippine Air Force, and they were able to take set number 2. And it's a good sight to see really this invitational conference, because you get to see collegiate teams go at it against the veterans.
Veterans
And
na talaga.
what a matchup we are seeing for those of you who just tuned in here on Pilipinas Live and on One Sports Plus. Dip Dipianco alongside Paneng Mercado de Conig Swarter calling this one. First point goes to LaSalle. They are, just a recap, they're undefeated right now in Pool B.
Yeah.
Here in our tournament. They've won first 2 games in straight sets. Last one was a 5-setter against San Beda. Ito namang Air Force won their opener against PCU, lost the last 2 against San Beda and Cabuyao Stars. So a loss here for Air Force will mean wala na. They might not enter already itong next phase of our tournament. But for LaSalle, they're at a good spot, but they want to make sure na sigurado na yung quarterfinal berth nila.
Well, itong must-win situation ng Airmen.
Campton now has 14 points. 3 straight now for LaSalle here in set number 3.
De Jesus starting for their squad in this third set, replacing Yoyong Mendoza who started kanina nung second set.
I don't think we saw De Jesus in set number 2.
Yeah,
no?
hindi.
But De Jesus was responsible for leading LaSalle in their opening game when Campton and Ronquillo were not present on the court. Abdilia straight to Campton. First point for Air Force here in the third set. And the point for Del Pilar.
That was a fast drop ball from Del Pilar. Parang same lang din ng first 2 sets na slow start itong Airmen. Pero mamaya dumidikit sila sa score or sa lamang ng EcoOil.
Twice now we've seen that in the previous sets. LaSalle will want to change the script. Tolentino breaking the block.
Nakikita pa ni Tolentino yung slim cross-court na yon. Dahil maganda na yung timing ng blockers ng EcoOil, but still, nakalusot yung palo.
Ramones serving 2-4. Poquita upset, Ronquillo. Checked. Lopez looks back, decides to go to Abdilia, but too long.
There's a rare attack error for Ranran Abdilia from the back row. Kasi na-mention natin kanina during the previous sets na kahit nasa back row siya, the way he spikes the ball is parang front row lang din.
Labrador!
Oh.
Sucking the energy out of Ronquillo who tried to dig that one. Parang naubusan eh, no?
But nalaki ng gap na yon sa blocking.
Poquita, the combination to De Jesus, and it drops.
Yeah, sayang yung opportunity na yon because Tolentino was able to check that ball. Kaya napabagal na yung bola from on their side. But still, a point won by DLSU.
3-point lead for LaSalle. De Jesus will serve. Lopez bumps it. Labrador galing sa likod. There's a check, says the linesman, but the first referee overrules. Four-point game. Good serve by De Jesus. Here comes Tolentino on the approach. Under the ball, and that's
Yep.
outside.
Another attack error from the Airmen. And this is a big advantage of DLS EcoOil with 5 points.
And a first technical timeout here in set number 3.
I got to talk to Coach Jimson Mendoza of the Philippine Air Force, and he told me that the truth is everybody just keeps on getting better and better in playing here in volleyball, which is a call for the team to train and also focus on their conditioning. As of this game, a lot of the players are injured in Philippine AF, which means that for them, this is to adjust. But nevertheless, all it takes is for them to follow the game plan, especially with their coach, Jimson, playing all of his trust and belief to this man. Paneng.
Thank you, Denise, for that report. Well, the nice thing about the Air Force, they've got their head coach, Jimson Merza, but also if you have guys like Jesse Lopez, Ranran Abdilia, Labrador, who are veterans, everyone has a say, no, sa huddles nila. And we saw that a while ago, Paneng, na they know what it takes. Kasi iba dyan, assistant coaches na rin eh.
That's right. And madami na din silang coaching experience. But kahit na magta-timeout or nag-challenge, nakikita mo yung composure ng airmen na sila mismo nag-uusap at alam nila kung ano yung kailangan nilang i-adjust at trabahuin inside the court. But Tolentino did mention na during the video kanina na they need to focus and to work on also is their conditioning.
Yeah.
Dahil yun na nga, medyo veterans na ito. May times na mabilis mabawasan yung kanilang energy. But so far, we're not seeing that from their squad.
Nakikipagsabayan with DLSU, EcoOil. It's a 4-point lead right now for Salle. Rodriguez will serve. Lopez sends it to Ranran. Abdilia with another point.
Ang top scorer for Philippine Air Force, itong si Ranran Abdilia. Parang hindi mo siya makikitaan ng pagod sa lahat ng malalakas na bola na pinapakawalan niya.
Yeah, he can get up there. Still a lot of fuel left in his tank. Captain, it's back with Salle. Pokita, inangat ulit kay Noel. Lopez. Ranran again. Dug up by De Jesus, but nobody there for the second ball.
This is an interesting adjustment for the Philippine Air Force. Whenever Jesse Lopez is in the front row, hinahayaan niya yung open attacker niya na mag-block there on the opposite side. Kasi ang dami nakukuha na puntos ang DLSU EcoOil pag siya nagbo-block doon because he's not one of the tall blockers ng kanilang squad. So tina-target siya. But ang laki ng porsyento ng mga open attackers ng DLSU.
Well, Salle responds with that point to up the lead back to 3. Ten to 7. Lopez popped up by Guerrero. The attack saved by Tolentino. Abdilia got a touch. To the middle. That was Del Pilar with a smart tip.
That's right. Right behind his blocker. And a big donut hole there in the side of a Philippine Air Force.
Back-to-back points for EcoOil Salle, which prompts Air Force to call for time.
Tara pre, recover lang tayo. Ha? Para tayo magagawa, kailangan natin masolusyonan yung kampton doon sa ano, sa open na yun. Pasa. Ilang puntos lang yan? Ha? 4 lang yan. Ha? Konti-kontiin natin. Set play, okay naman tayo sa palo. First ball lang. Tsaka blocking lang natin. Ayun lang ang kailangan natin. Ha? Airborne!
30 what?
25 ata.
And the timeout there by Coach Jimson Mirza, reminding his players na kailangan nila masolusyonan yung open attackers ng DLSU, specifically Noel Campton, dahil hindi nila napipigilan yung mga palo niya.
It's back with Air Force. Lopez again to Abdilia. Ranran is rejected.
A good block there by Ronquillo and Del Pilar. A big point advantage here by EcoOil.
Poquita will head back to the service line. That's 3 straight points now para sa Salle.
Net touch violation called there on Del Pilar. So yan yung nawawala dito sa Philippine Air Force is Jesse Lopez activating his middle attackers dahil mostly si Ranan Abdilia, Tolentino, and JR Labrador who's scoring a lot of points for their squad.
Is it because yung first ball hindi rin ganun kalinis or is just really relying more on the wing spikers?
The Airman actually has a good first ball so far for this set. But since siguro ang laki na nung lamang nitong DLSU, pumuporsyento na si Jesse Lopez.
5-point lead for Salle. We've seen that disappear though in the past couple of sets. So they want to try and increase more. With Campton on deck to serve. Ooh. That's a free point given up to Air Force.
Itong 4 points advantage na to ng EcoOil, alam nating malapit lang to. Ilang beses na natin nakita to ng previous sets.
Lalo na yung humabol yung Air Force nung set number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, Ronquillo, that's still good. It's back with Salle. Poquita, back to JM. Good dig by Maclang. Tolentino, easy over. Guerrero, Poquita, De Jesus. There was a whistle prior to that one.
Lifting violation called on their setter, Poquita. Sayang yun dahil back-to-back free balls given to EcoOil, but they weren't able to convert it into a point. But credit to the defense of the Airmen.
Ranran Abdilia. That is a bit wide. It looks like Air Force will want to challenge for a ball in, ball out. Abdilia already has 4 aces to match with his 25 attacks, 29 points na. And if ever he gets this challenge, he will add to his total. But the initial call was outside.
Yeah.
Although yung linesman parang...
Di niya alam kung ito tawag niya, kung inside or outside. But
ayun!
It's inside.
Clearly inside.
Good challenge there by Coach Mirza of the Airmen.
And Ranran Abdilia with a 30-piece here in this match against Salle. The number 4 scorer in the league. I think now is number 1. And he saves that one. He goes for the attack. Off speed does not work. Del Pilar.
Oh, that's outside.
Hindi niya naabot yun.
Yeah. Parang pinipilit iabot ni Poquita yung set on the be quick, but masyadong pumasok sa side ng Airmen. Take a look what happened.
May momentum din kasi siya yun.
Yeah.
Pa-forward si Poquita. This time goes back to set it up to De Jesus. Again to Jules. Abdilia with a save. Tolentino. And that's a point for Salle.
Sayang, Maclang was already there for the coverage but hindi lang niya na-control yung bola. Take a look what happened during that last sequence. A good block by Del Pilar.
(14 serving 12). Lopez sa gitna. Ramones inabot ulit. This time he picks it up. That's a point for Air Force. Well, Salle has yet to use their challenge here.
But di na yata i-honor yon ng ating mga officials. The point will stay with the Airmen, with Ramones in the service area.
Down by a single point are the Airmen.
Oh!
And that looks says everything for Ramones.
Yeah. Yan, back to 2 points na ang kailangan uli habulin nitong Airmen.
J.M. Ronquillo will serve. Medyo mababa yun. Chance here for Salle. Poquita goes middle. That drops inside for Rodriguez, and they send us to our second technical timeout.
Halos lahat ng mga collegiate na malalakas ngayon sumali. So yun siguro yung magiging struggle din namin na ano. Naging motivation sa amin yung sa last conference na talo. Panay lagi kaming talo. And siguro yung mindset namin is makabalik sa top kung sino yung Air Force dati.
The first ever NBA in-season tournament is here. Watch all 30 teams battle it out for the NBA Cup from November 4 to December 9 only on NBA TV Philippines. One Sports and Pilipinas Live. Hashtag NBA on Signal. Hashtag always a fan.
Substitution here for the side of Coach Mirza, bringing in Benok Villegas and Ruben Inaudito.
He did this in set number 1, no? Nung humaba yung ating first set. They go to Rodriguez.
Back to 3 points. Ang lamang nitong DLS EcoOil courtesy of that quick attack of Rodriguez.
Good serve. Abdilia from the back.
What a set there to Ranran Abdilia. Now magro-rotate ng Airmen with him in the front row.
Tolentino with a serve. Poquita goes to Campton, and he delivers.
Yan yung binanggit ni Coach Mirza during one of his timeouts, na they need to focus on Noel Campton dahil hindi nila maabot yung block niya.
3-point lead once again for EcoOil Salle. Service is through for Gloria. Ran will push it. Poquita. Oh, Ronquillo flying from the back.
Yep, Ran was not ready for the block. But Ronquillo's attack was too strong for the Airmen. Take a look at that.
Chance here for Salle. Poquita. Nasungkit ni Campton.
Drop ball na lang yon ni Noel Campton. But this is a comfortable lead for EcoOil with 5 points advantage.
That's an ace. Gloria making the most out of his minutes. And timeout called by Air Force.
Sige. Pre, dalawang sunod yun. Dalawang sunod yun na hindi na-receive na maayos. Kaya hindi tayo nakaka-play. Pasahan nyo na maganda. May tiwala naman kayo sa sarili nyo sa receive eh. Para makagawa tayo. Na-play sayang yung 3 spikers natin. No? Kung hindi natin ma-maximize yung follow natin. Magagaling naman yung spikers natin eh. Tibayin natin sa pasa. Beno, ikaw bahala sa set play. Ha? Hey! Apple!
Yes, indeed. Merong problema itong first ball ng Philippine Air Force. Kaya kagaya na nabanggit ni Coach Jimson Mirza, they need to have this good first ball because they're frontline attackers.
Hey, you mentioned that again. The first ball, that's exactly why they called the timeout, pero hindi nila masolusyonan.
Yeah.
This is the biggest lead of EcoOil Salle in this set and in this match. That's how close it has been the past 2 sets. Gloria has been making a living out of that service area. Abdilia blocked.
What a block by Del Pilar. Hindi lang siya basta tumalon for that block. Talagang pinasok niya yung kamay niya para maging mas matibay yung blocking niya on that attack of Randan Abdilia.
EcoOil Salle cruising. Gloria has been serving well. Abdilia, much needed point for Air Force.
Another substitution for the Airmen. Benok Ancheta subbing in for Ralph Calasin.
We've seen this a couple of times. He enters to serve for Air Force. They're down by 7 in set number 3. Poquita inangat. Del Pilar. Very efficient when he's given the touches. And EcoOil is at set point. The setter, Poquita, will serve. That is wide.
Medyo malayo pa ang kailangan habulin nitong Airmen if they want to tie the score for this set.
Substitutions for Philippine Air Force. Lopez checks back in. He will serve for the blue shirts. Good serve. Poquita had to chase. Not yet done, but it hits the antenna, so another point for Air Force.
But EcoOil only needs 1 point to close this set. So this is going to be a long stretch for the Airmen.
And DLS, you finish, and they go to Del Pilar.
Strong finish here for EcoOil.
Nate Del Pilar getting the job done for EcoOil Salle in set number 3, 25-18. Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in Manila, you're still watching the 2023 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference here on Signal TV. It's EcoOil Salle up by a set over Philippine Air Force, 2-1. And ibang-iba yung set number 3 na yan, Paneng, compared to the past 2. LaSalle took advantage of the fact that Air Force struggled with their first ball.
Well, that's right. And actually, that was a good third set from DLS EcoOil because everyone stepped up, not just in the scoring department, but also in their defense. And Noel Campton actually giving problems to the Airmen because nag-step up siya doon sa kanyang mga atake nung third set. And we're looking at the numbers with attack points. DLS EcoOil scored 15 points for that and 4 block points, 2 service A's. And they did have 5 errors for that set versus 4 lang ng Philippine Air Force. But the latter part of that third set, they really forced the Airmen to commit spotty first ball. EcoOil scored a lot of service aces, and kahit hindi man sila makascore ng service ace for that latter part, nahihirapan makakuha ng magandang first ball ang Airmen, kaya hindi na sila nakapag-execute ng play.
Yeah, there's not a lot of errors that we're seeing actually from both teams, no? It's been an excellent quality of volleyball so far we're witnessing. Now the question here is, can Air Force extend and force a 5th set, or will LaSalle cruise to their 4th straight win here in the Invitational Conference? As we thank you all for joining us for our coverage here on Pilipinas Live. One Sports Plus, Dip Dipianco with Paneng, the Koenigswarter calling this one. Paneng, you have the list of our scores so far. Just to give an update to our viewers kung sino ba yung top scorers in this game.
So far for EcoOil, it's Roquillo and Capton with 17 points apiece, followed by Del Pilar with 15 points. But on the side naman of Philippine Air Force, it's mostly Ranran Abdilia, who already has 32 points, and followed by Tolentino with 10 points.
Abdilia shouldering the load for Philippine Air Force. It's a good mix though for LaSalle with the tandem of Campton and Ronquillo with 17 apiece. The middle blocker Del Pilar also with 15 points. Saved by Tolentino. Good timing by Abdilia, but sent back by LaSalle.
Again, that's Del Pilar with a kill block. One of the leading scorers for DLSU EcoOil.
No, he also scored 18 points in their previous game against San Beda. 7 of those came from blocks. Air Force answers back.
Different lineup here again for Coach Jose Roque, bringing in Yoyong Del Pilar to start for this set.
That's another ace for Abdilia. His 5th
Yeah,
of the match.
tina-target talaga ni Abdilia yung long ball nitong EcoOil.
Campton gets the first ball. Del Pilar, another one.
It's quite rare for a team to have a middle blocker who scores a lot of points for their squad.
Yeah.
So itong si Del Pilar is very consistent in his attacks and blocking.
Two-point game. Lopez inangat sa kabila. And another point for EcoOil DLSU.
That was a double touch called on Tolentino. Sorry, that was Ramones rather.
Lopez goes back to Abdilia. Campton with a dig. But that was out na.
Yeah. Nakulangan ng space doon si Poquita to save that ball. Look at that combination play for the Airmen.
Ramones serving. Ronquillo. Down it goes for JM Ronquillo.
A 3-point advantage here by DLSU EcoOil.
6 serving 3 here in set number 4. Del Pilar with 17 points, matching his total number of blocks from the previous game at 7. Mendoza.
Oh,
The
good
dig
defense.
by Maclang. It's playable. Look at the scramble for both teams. Ronquillo. Saved by Abdilia. Lopez to Ranran.
Oh, nice defense by Poquita.
Campton naman sa likod. Oh, that is short.
Yeah, nakulangan na siya ng buwelo doon, si Noel Campton. But grabe yung depensa ng both squads. And take a look at this. Philippine Air Force, parang dahan-dahan na silang gumalaw ngayon, reserving their energy.
Oh, they are working with extra effort here in this match. Lucky for them, they were able to have more than a week of rest. Itong Lasal naman, they had 1 week prior to this next match of theirs.
That was clearly a violation committed by Poquita because he is in the back row and he is not allowed to go for that block.
Down to a 1-point lead. Poquita, back set to Ronquillo.
Medyo mahirap na blockin doon si Ronquillo dahil medyo pasok yung set ni Poquita but inabot pa rin yun ni Ronquillo rather.
7 serving 5. Good serve. Tolentino. Naibalik. Maclang was there for the coverage. Labrador. Back with the blue shirts. Abdilia. Saved by Ronquillo. Rodriguez. No. They go to Mendoza. Lopez wants some space to go to Ranran Abdilia.
Grabe yung hustle nito na Airmen. But Jesse distributing his sets to his wing attackers. JR, Labrador, and Ranan Abdilia was on the back row kanina pero binibigyan pa rin niya ng set.
1-point game, 6-7. Campton from the back.
What a hang time by Noel Campton. Medyo parang naging slow-mo yung atake niya na yon because of his hang time, but a good finish there, sending his team to first technical timeout with a 2-point advantage.
Supporting the players. In fact, team captain JM Ranquillo's family is present, and upon talking to his mom, palagi raw nanonood ang family niya every match. Paalala ng mom ni JM before this match to put his trust on God as everything is in God's control. Together with his mom is his kuya and girlfriend, relentlessly showing their support on the sidelines. That's all for now. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Denise, for that report. JM Ronquillo playing inspired volleyball here in this match against Philippine Air Force.
Yeah. And he's actually having a good game and a very consistent one since the start of this first set. Hanggang ngayon, na fourth set tayo.
Meanwhile, action continues with Abdilia rejecting Noel Campton. And we are tied at 8-all. Kalasin with a serve. Ronquillo.
From that back row attack, itong si Ronquillo. Silang dalawa ni Campton, actually leading scorers for their squad.
Rodriguez outside. Free point given up to Air Force. Poquita had to chase.
Oh,
Campton rewarding the effort of Jean Poquita. He's got 18 excellent sets in the match. Abdilia again.
very reliable scorer itong si Ranran Abdilia. And a close set that we're seeing again for coming from this both squad.
38 points now for Ranran Abdilia. Oh, we're gonna start keeping count. Back row attack, dug up by Guerrero, and then the point for Del Pilar.
What a defense there by Guerrero. Ang hirap na depensa na yun at nahatid pa niya na maayos kay Poquita kung saan nakapwesto yung mga setters in the middle of the front row.
Back to a 1-point lead for La Salle. That is outside for Campton. Kyle Ramones will serve for Air Force, 11-all. Del Pilar checked. The push, what a save by Campton. Free ball will be given up to Air Force. Lopez to the middle.
That was Ralph Calasin.
Minsan lang mabigyan,
Yeah.
no? Pero with that point, he gives the lead to Air Force.
As much as possible, ma-activate ito ni Jesse Lopez, yung iba niya, yung mga middle attackers niya, because most of the scoring are distributed to his wing attackers.
J.M. Ronquillo tying this game up once again at 12-all.
Isahan lang tayo for this fourth set.
22 points for Ronquillo.
Oh,
Service ace for Nate Del Pilar. Oh, he is doing everything too.
that's right.
19 now for Del Pilar. A middle blocker. Just a point away from the 20-point mark. Lopez, tough set to Labrador. It's back with the blue shirts. Nilipat sa kabila kay Tolentino. And he scores off the block.
Smart attack there by Tolentino. Kahit na naka-close na yung blockers niya, cross-court and down the line, but he was still able to swipe that ball.
13-all is the score here in set number 4. Labrador with a serve. Too long.
That was way outside.
Well, this game has been incredibly close.
Yeah.
No? Yung third quarter lang yung may onting layo yung Lasal eh.
Oh, miscommunication there on the set play.
Pagkakataon para sa Lasal, but Mendoza unable to take advantage.
Missed opportunity there for the side of EcoOil.
Nip and tuck affair here in the fourth set. all, Tolentino will serve.
11 points so far for Tolentino.
Combination to Mendoza.
Ang ganda naman ng bawi niya na yon. But a good set from Pokita. Dahil inantay niya yung approach ng kanyang middle blocker. Kaya naman naiwan na mag-isa na lang si Randan Abdilia to block that attack of Yoyong Mendoza.
1-point game and another ace for LaSalle courtesy of Yong Mendoza. And we head to the second technical timeout with LaSalle up by 2.
Setter, Joshua Latamar. Outside hitter, Brian Bagunas and Marcus Peo. Opposite spiker, syempre ako. Middle, Malabunga. And sa second middle, Bugawan. Sa libero, Vince Lorenzo o Jack Kalingking. Kaya mag-champion nun kahit sa BNL.
Angat ang laban sa pinakabagong sports app na Pilipinas Live. Mapapanood na ang PBA Season 48 live in HD and on demand on any device. Available worldwide. Download and register now for free. Angat din yung laro nitong si J.M. Ronquillo. I've seen that video where he was choosing the best 7 and sinama niya yung sarili niya.
Sinama niya yung sarili niya.
Tama naman, di ba?
Yeah.
And he is showing why because he's playing so well in this game.
That's right. And hindi lang puro atake and block meron itong si Ronquillo dahil maayos din yung floor defense niya in first ball.
Looper there. Play continues. Abdilia with another point. That is 39 for Ranran Abdilia. And as we mentioned, we are watching this closely. Because the record, I believe, in the Spikers turf, highest output in a single game is 43 points, which is held by Mark Espejo of the Signal HD Spikers. And Abdilia trying to go for the 40th. Not just yet. Campton. They go back to Ranran. Mendoza was there. Galing sa likod, Ronquillo.
Of course, that's JM Ronquillo from the back row. Poquita nasa front line. But take a look at that. Talagang parang dumungaw na siya sa net para lang madiin yung palo na yon.
23 points for the man out of Lipa, Batangas. Rodriguez with a serve. Lopez sets up the play. Abdilia with the 40-piece. 40 points now for Ranran Abdilia.
And we know kahit nasa front row man or back row itong si Ranran Abdilia, he will score for their squad. Oh!
Ooh. Dangerous there for Ronquillo, but play continues. He's okay. And Campton takes care of it, along with Del Pilar.
Of course, Del Pilar is the number 8 best blocker so far for this conference. Take a look at that block from Del Pilar and Campton.
Scary moment there, but good thing Ronquillo is okay. And Ramones scores for Air Force to tie it up to 18 all. They go to the right side.
Oh. There was a block touch called on Tolentino.
Change here in the latter part of set number 4 with Jules De Jesus replacing Noel Campton. Ronquillo with that point says he's all right. And an ace.
What a time to have a service ace and a good substitution there by Coach Jose Roque, bringing in Jules De Jesus.
Twice now, no, yung
Yeah.
pagpasok ng players ni Coach Roque. While ago, it was Hernandez. This time, it's De Jesus. 2-point lead, Abdilia. Picked up by Poquita. De Jesus to Mendoza, off speed. Tolentino. Mendoza again for the pickup. They go to JM. Ronquillo is blocked.
Courtesy of that triple block from Philippine Air Force, there was Labrador, Ramones, and Tolentino in the front row.
Ancheta comes back in for Air Force to serve. It's a 1-point game here in set number 4. Air Force trying to force a 5th set in hopes of keeping their tournament alive. Mendoza outside.
Yeah, that's outside, and I don't think the coaches will call for a challenge.
Mendoza waves it off. Sabi niya, there was no touch.
Yeah. They'll save their challenge for the latter part of this set.
Right.
Dahil dikit na dikit itong latter end part.
20 all. Ronquillo.
Oh!
That's wide. And lead goes to Air Force.
Back-to-back attack errors committed by DLSU EcoOil.
(21) serving 20. Poquita. Middle attack to Del Pilar. And point goes to EcoOil. (21 all here in the fourth set. Gloria is back to serve. Abdilia.
Net touch call there on Young Mendoza.
Couple of subs coming in for Coach Jimson, inserting Villegas as the setter. And also Inaudito. 1 point lead for Air Force. Good first ball by De Jesus. Combination to Mendoza is short.
May halong gigil doon yung palo ni Young Mendoza because he saw that there's only one blocker in front of him and a big opening on the cross court. But a timeout here called.
Isang pasa muna ulit, tara.
Hindi kailangan maano. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, di ba? Unahan mo lang, tapos walang gigil. Tapos pinaggigilan mo agad.
Wash
Minsan may gusto tayong mangyari eh. Pero una, makinig muna kayo. Walang blocker.
Isang pasa ulit, ha?
Game. Isang pasa. Okay?
Papasa ako.
Tiwala. Tapos na yan.
A tough situation here for DLSU EcoOil because they are down by 2 points. And the Airmen only needs 2 points to close this match.
Good serve. Regalo. And just like that, Air Force is now at set point. They're trying to force a fifth set. Service for Villegas. They go to Ronquillo. Chance here for Air Force. On the attack, that's good for Inaudito. And we are going to set number 5.
What a close here for Philippine Air Force. But a lot of unforced errors for the side of DLSU EcoOil, which cost them that fourth set.
We will give you the 5th and final set for the decider here in this match after this break.
And we're going for a 5th set for this game against DLSU EcoOil and Philippine Air Force after the Airmen closed that 4th set with a 25-21. There were a lot of opportunities given to the DLSU EcoOil to close that set, but they committed a couple of attack errors. Kaya naman nakuha na yon ng Philippine Air Force. They grabbed that opportunity and then let go of their momentum with that finish on the opposite attack of JR Labrador. And we're looking at the set 4 statistics. Attack points, tabla lang tayo with 12 points from both squads and 3 block points ng EcoOil and 3 serve aces. But take a look at that errors from DLSU EcoOil with 10 errors against 3 lang ng Philippine Air Force. So that endgame cost DLSU that set. And of course, coming into this 5th set, this is going to be a fast set lang dahil hanggang 15 lang tayo. But given the type of play nitong both squads na very close sets that we had, especially nung first set, and must-win situation here for Philippine Air Force to keep their hopes alive to make it to the quarterfinals.
It was so hard to read this game from the very beginning. All we know is that it was neck and neck from start till that last set. And it will surely be a nail-biter here in the 5th one. Welcome to set number 5 here in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. And you're catching us on Pilipinas Live and One Sports Plus. Dip Dipianco with Paneng, the Koenig Swarter calling this one with Denise Valdesancho as our courtside reporter. What a debut for Denise, no 5-setter agad.
Yeah.
And the second one of this game. And we are joining in on the fun here as first point goes to Air Force.
Another change of a second open hitter here for DLSU. Jules De Jesus will start for this 5th set.
What did you see in those 4 sets? Ano ba yung strengths na ginagamit nitong LaSalle and Air Force why we got to this point right now?
Well, definitely ito si Pokita really activating all of his attackers, and we saw Del Pilar scoring a lot of points and one of their leading scorers other than Ronquillo and Campton. But on the side naman of Philippine Air Force, the veterans are very composed na kahit laki ng kalamangan ng EcoOil, alam nila kung ano yung gagawin nila para makakuha ng puntos with that, especially Ranran Abdilia, who is scoring a lot of points. I think he's already in the 40th mark.
Yeah, 41 points for Ranran Abdilia. If you said that LaSalle Pokita is distributing to his attackers atong Air Force, no? They are relying on the high percentage of Ranran Abdilia, who is now 2 points away from tying the record of Mark Espeo here in the Spikers Turf.
And ang layo nga nung lamang niya nasa score. Talking about Ranran, sa iba pang mga nagdi-distribute sa puntos ng kanilang squad with JR Labrador and Tolentino.
Lopez goes middle.
What a play there for Lopez and Labrador. Parang first time natin nakita yung quick attack na yon by JR in the middle. Take a look at this. 10 points by 10 points na meron dito si JR Labrador.
Rodriguez saved by Lopez. Tolentino. Guerrero upset. De Jesus, that's wide. And a 2-point lead for Philippine Air Force.
Too much of an angle there by Jules De Jesus in the open attack.
Four serving 2. Pokita back sets Ronquillo. Popped up by Abdilia. He goes for the attack.
Oh! Ranran Abdilia. Grabe. Yung back row attack na yon. Take a look at that again.
Ranran Abdilia with 42 big points for the Air Force. And most importantly for them, they're up by 3. Ronquillo gets one back.
And there was a substitution by Coach Roque, bringing in Eugene Gloria for Jules De Jesus.
Much needed point for Salle, who are down by 2. Lopez, upsit. Saved by Campton. Poquita to Gloria. Chance here for Air Force. Maclang to Labrador. Down it goes for JR Labrador.
So far, the momentum is on the side of Philippine Air Force. Take a look at that opposite attack of JR, and a timeout called here by Coach Jose of DLSU.
Sabihin, naghahabol na tayo, naghahabol na. Pababayaan ba natin ang bola? Di ba? Ay, kailangan na. Yan yung sinasabi ko, nagte-training tayo, wala kayo. Masyado kayong relax talaga. Tapusin nyo na maayos yan.
Tara, kunin natin.
Hindi, wala talaga kayong
Malayo pa, tara! Kamara natin, hello. Ano mo? Finish tayo.
A 3-point advantage here by the Philippine Air Force. So Coach Jose Roque would want his players to be more aggressive and to communicate more for this set.
A 3-point lead is already huge in a 5th set, right?
Yeah.
Kasi mabilisan lang to eh.
Oh. Now, at least coming off from that timeout, they were able to cut down the lead by 2 points, courtesy of that combination play from Gloria.
Gloria showing his vertical. They're down by 2. Abdilia, 43 points. And he ties the record for most points in a game here in the Spikers turf. Not sure if Mark Espejo is tuned in all the way from Korea.
But for sure, he is proud.
Guerrero. Poquita to Campton. And Campton showing some sportsmanship on that one.
And this is the rotation that I mentioned a while ago when Jesse Lopez is in the front row and Randan Abdilia as well is in the front row. Jesse and Randan nagsiswitch sila for the blocking to stop Compton.
5 serving 7. It's Hernandez getting set to serve. When he was sent in a while ago, may ace siya. Lopez to Abdilia to get the record, but no, says Captain and Del Pilar.
What a block there by Compton and Del Pilar. Napasmile na lang doon si Randan Abdilia.
EcoOil Salle down by 1.
Oh, what a serve.
Lopez goes to Abdilia for the record.
And a good answer there by Randan Abdilia. He was blocked a while ago, but this time using the hands of Del Pilar to score that point. The Airmen again up by 2 points.
And we are witnessing history made by Randan Abdilia with 44 points. There you go. Officially now at 44. Those are crazy numbers, Paning.
That's right. Coming off from 37 attacks, 1 block and 1 service ace.
As we send this first to Denise Valdez Sancho for this report. Denise?
The Philippine Air Force never backed down for the fourth set, and even on this one, as Coach Jimson reminded them on their earlier huddles to focus on receiving at tibayan pa ang pasa nila. Despite their tight sets, you guys can see the man in the blue shirts all happy and giddy being able to close the last set and even in this one. In my interview with Benok Villegas, there is really no pressure in winning at lalo na nagagawa naman ng lahat ng paraan. Now let's see how they will in this fifth set. Back to you.
Thank you, Denise, for that report. Philippine Air Force using their experience, outlasting EcoOil so far here in this fifth set. And that was a good read.
Yeah, good read by Ralph Calasin. He was already there and parang i-receive na niya yung bola. But maybe he heard some of his teammates shouting outside, so he let go of that.
LaSalle badly needs a point. And they get it from Captain.
So kahit na nagsiswitch ng blockings itong Philippine Air Force, hindi pa rin nila mapigilan itong si Noel Compton.
Seven serving 9 here in set number 5. Poquito with a serve. Lopez chooses Abdilia.
Oh!
And he was not aware that the ball was sent back.
Hindi na niya nakita yung bola na yon. But a good block there by EcoOil courtesy of Ronquillo and Del Pilar.
Official score is 8-9. Abdilia outside. And we are tied at 9-all. A virtual race to 6 right now. Poquita with a serve. Lopez, back row attack from Labrador, and it's outside.
Back-to-back attack errors committed here by the Airmen. So now the momentum shift to DLSU EcoOil. Magtatawag naman ng timeout dito si Coach Jimson Mirza. Let's listen in.
Tara, pre.
Dikit lang natin.
Tatlong atake yun, sunod-sunod. Kaya sila nakahabol, kaya sila na. Atake natin, problema natin, may pasa naman tayo.
Pwede ng pasa. Pinapasok na lang ulit.
Same pa rin, medyo basa na, gandahan nyo pa rin ang ano. Attacker, ha? Attacker. Isa lang yan.
Yung score nila.
Sa ating galing, pero natin.
Hindi mo ba natin? Ay, gigigabol mo doon sa gitna. Naka-atras lahat ng
Pre, pasukan mo na maayos para may chance ng bigyan ka rin. Ha? Ayan, force!
Just when you thought Philippine Air Force was going to take over totally here in set number 5, EcoOil Salle making a 4-2 run. Lopez upset Abdilia, down it goes for Ranran Abdilia.
A much-needed point for the Airmen to tie this set. So both of the leading scorers for Philippine Air Force is now in the front row with Ranran Abdilia and JR Labrador.
45 points for Ranran Abdilia. But what they want more than anything is a win. LaSalle is in the way though. Noel Campton puts EcoOil up by 1.
Take a look at that attack by Noel Campton.
Lopez, Abdilia, wow! 11-all. Set number 5.
Jesse Lopez continues to look for Ranran Abdilia wherever he is. Mapa-opposite man yan or open attack, he knows that Ranran will deliver points for their squad. But a service error committed there by Ranran.
And it's so hard to keep calm right now.
Yeah.
Tense moments for the viewers, for us inside Paco Arena, and most of all for Ranran Abdilia with that serve, which puts LaSalle up by 1 once again. Nathan Del Pilar now with 21 points. Lopez goes to Tolentino.
Oh, it's still alive. A good save there by the Airmen.
Second try for LaSalle. Ronquillo. Popped up by Abdilia. Third try for the green shirts. Oh! And Maclang got a touch. It's a point for LaSalle.
Grabe ang sipag dito ni Ronquillo. He was blocked during his first attempt and a good defense actually from the Airmen, but finished that. Got that score with the opposite attack down the line. No answer from Philippine Air Force, and a timeout here by Coach Jimson Mirza.
Ang gawin nyo, pre, yung dumidepensa dito, laliman nyo na. Tapos dito, ayan, dito na kayo. Ganyan na depensa doon sa ano. Sa ano pa rin ba siya? Harap pa rin, di ba? Harap pa rin, oo. Ayun ang depensa natin. Wala talaga yung depensa doon. Pre, natin, bago natin. Napaltok sa taas.
Air Force down by 2. LaSalle only needs 2 points to get the match and a secured ticket to the quarterfinals. They are at 3 wins at 0 losses. Can Air Force hold on? Lopez goes to Abdilia. Oh, he is unleashing all his might in this game.
Hindi mo nakikitaan ng pagod dito si Ranran Abdilia, but DLS EcoOil will challenge that last attempt on the back row.
This will be big.
Yeah.
Medyo malapit yan, ha?
Actually.
We will take a look at that. They're asking for a foot fault on the attack of Ranran Abdilia from the back. If this is successful, EcoOil LaSalle will be at match point.
That's right. And that's yung set ni Jesse Lopez doon kay Ranran is medyo pasok sa loob ng attack line. But we know naman na magaling din mag-broad jump or approach itong si Ranran. But let's take a look. Malayo sa line. So no foot fault there committed by the Airmen, and the point will go to their squad. This is only a 1-point game.
Serving 13. This is the closest it can get.
Right. But yung previous game ng LaSalle, it also reached into a 5th set, an extended one,
No.
actually.
Suki sa 5 sets itong LaSalle. That is outside for Ancheta. And that puts LaSalle at match point.
What a time to commit a service error, but Coach Mirza will challenge that call, whether it's ball in or ball out.
And they will take their chances here to try and salvage this game. Ball in, ball out is what they're asking for, pero yun, medyo malayo na talaga yun.
Yeah, from our... nakatayo na tayo ngayon, partner, so medyo nakita na natin.
And Coach Jimson also, kinausap niya. Kinausap niya si Benok Ancheta. And Ancheta was quite sure also that he sent that out.
Yeah, that's way outside the court.
And EcoOil DLSU is at match point, 14-12. Here in set number 5. And it's their main man, JM Ronquillo, on deck to serve. He's got 29 points in total. Abdilia, chance here for LaSalle. Poquita, the finish.
Oh!
Yes!
What a finish here by DLSU EcoOil. It was a close fifth set, but during the end game, they forced Philippine Air Force to commit errors. And a missed hit there by Raran Abdilia on the back row, but a good finish overall by DLSU EcoOil.
And that was Gloria with the exclamation point to end this match for Salle. But hats off to the Philippine Air Force for forcing this one into a fifth set.
That's right.
And also, of course, the record-setting performance of Ranran Abdilia.
Well, it was a good effort by the Airmen. And we keep on mentioning kanina, even one of their players, itong si Tolentino, mentioned that they have to work on their condition. But nakasabay naman itong Airmen sa bilis ng laro ng DLSU. And a good game here by both squads.
And you see the final scores on your screens. It was an exchange of blows, but Salle got the knockout punch, as we will be back to wrap this one up here on Pilipinas Live.
That was a tight five-setter between the men of the EcoOil Salle against the Philippine Air Force. And right now we are here with the player of the game, JM Ronquillo, with 29 points, 23 attacks, 5 blocks, and 1 service ace. Congratulations, JM. JM, first of all, this is a back-to-back win, no? Just like last time. And definitely, you guys learn each game. How would you assess this match compared to your previous ones?
In-expect namin talaga na magiging magandang laban kasi as sa players ng Air Force, veteran, and yung mga dating pick nila, sobrang lalakas talaga nila. Kaya respeto talaga yung kailangan naming ibigay. And yun nga, naging mahirap yung game, fifth set, so yun.
Yes, no, naging 5-set. And during the third set, kung babalikan natin, JM, malaki yung naging lamang nyo. And fourth set, medyo nakakahabol hanggang sa naging tight na nga yung games. During the last set, what was on your mind, no, to just own the set and to be the end game?
Yung last set. Siyempre, kailangan namin talaga maging number 1 sa bracket namin. And yun talaga yung goal namin. So, pinupush talaga namin na gustuhin namin as a team, hindi individual. So, yun.
Thank you so much, JM, and congratulations again and to your team. And that is all. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Denise. JM Ronquillo with a superb performance for Salle. Paneng. And it took a lot for them to stop Ranran Abdilia. Sabi nga niya, respeto yung binigay nila sa Air Force because they know what these guys have contributed to the volleyball scene here in the country.
Well, definitely. But if you're looking at Air Force naman, hindi rin naman nila napigilan itong si Ronquillo and even si Campton. So it's really a match game from both squads. And we're looking at the statistics. Halos tikit lang yung attack points with DLSU EcoOil with 8 points, 2 block points, no service ace for that set, but they had less errors with 2 errors against 5 ng Philippine Air Force. So a very good collective effort for the DLSU squad because not just Ronquillo, even Compton and Del Pilar scored a lot of points for their squad and caused a lot of problems for Philippine Air Force. But credits also to the side of the Airmen, though a lot of veterans. And congratulations to Ranran Abdilia, who scored a lot of points and actually is now a record holder who scored the most points for this conference.
Walang kupas, Ranran Abdilia for the Air Force. What a performance, but LaSalle spoiling that one with a win in that matchup. And our games are not yet done. Our match scheduled for 5 p.m. is about to happen after a long day of volleyball so far. The Navigators will go up against Ateneo Fudgy Bar Blue Eagles in just a bit. But for now, that was it for my partner and I here, Paneng Mercado de Conix Swarter, Denise Valdesancho, and I will be back, Dip Dipianco, at your service here for the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference here on Pilipinas Live.